Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is an intraday video to see what happened, what it might happen for Bitcoin in the next few hours. I would like to mention that this video is sponsored by MEXC, celebrating the 7 years with massive bonuses. Check the link below. Starting on the 1 hour chart, we have of course a 1, 2, potentially 3 hitting the 1.618 very nicely, and then hitting the wave 4 blue box, of course, with the fib level and fib time perfectly. And then of course we're looking for a wave 5 to take the all-time high, right, for this area. And we're looking at this wave 5 unfolding in the following scenario as an ABC here for a wave 2. You're looking at 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 3. Meaning currently you are inside the wave 5 of the wave 3. Potentially you might have of course 4 and a 5 again to reach of course higher prices. Now it is possible as well that this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 get of course an extended wave, because if we take of course the 1 to 1 fib level, let me check exactly again. Here we go. If we take within the wave 1 here, 1, 2, you would like to see, of course, this 1.618 hit for a wave 3, but of course, you need a wave 5 extended in this case scenario. However, I mentioned yesterday the 886 was taken, meaning we're gonna take the high, and this is exactly what happened. We can remove this. However, we have to still be careful, because of course this still can be an A and then B and a C. Yeah, so as 3 waves down, 3 waves up can unfold of course a wave B. We don't want to forget this. And a wave B of course right now is an expanding flat. So if we are in an expanding flat, you're looking even for lower later on. So we have to be careful. And of course we still need one more leg for NF5, because this is your wave 3 right now for NF5 to finish a wave 5. Now preferably, it is preferably of course that this wave 5 finishes between 0.618 and the 1 to 1 level 90k 800. However, I still of course be very precautious with this, because of course a wave 5 can ends up even in something like just by taking the high and then moving toward the downside, which we already took it. Yeah, potentially you can take a wave 4 and a 5 and then move towards the downside without reaching the 90k. That's why of course a wave 5 is not always like preferable to trade, but of course unless you take it after directly the wave 4, right? This is the only case scenario. But if you are in this area, it is preferably to be cautious. No financial advice, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 toward the upside, maybe one more leg, and then start the move for a wave 2 or a wave B. What does it mean? Meaning right now, once we finish this impulse, we have finished a wave 1 here potentially, and you're looking for wave 2, 3, 4 and a 5. This of course might be a bigger scenario unfolding as an impulse, or it can be of course an A here and then a B and a C. Yeah, so we have to be careful, because an impulse of course can be a zigzag, guys, wave A, right? So yeah, we have to be careful from A, B and a C as well, that it might unfold in a bigger view, of course a big correction. Meaning on the 4-hour chart, we are looking at the following scenario. If we get, of course, an impulse, remember that this is a scenario where you have finished A, B, and a C. You would like to see, of course, this wave C unfolding. It can be, of course, here the wave 3 at the same time, and then wave 4 and a 5. But your wave C will stop at the wave 3 of an impulse. In case you are in an impulse, you might move down, yeah, after 3 waves. And then, of course, potentially 3 waves down, and then 5 waves up again to finish, of course, in this area, because we are looking, by the way, in case we are in a bottom wave A here, where we bottomed for a wave A, we're looking for a wave B. Yeah, the time required for this wave B is 0.618 minimum, and it can be anything. It can be a zigzag, flat, triangle, or WX and a Y. A zigzag meaning, of course, if you finish an impulse here, it might have a wave B again, and then a bigger impulse again, taking the all-time high, of course, as explained in the daily, having an expanding flat and moving toward the downside, knowing that you are still in a bear market. Crazy. Taking, of course, a new all-time high in a corrective wave. So we have to be careful. It is a very tricky price action. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. The scenario in the deep analysis, if you remember, is zigzag toward the upside. It is right now unfolding, guys. So it is on the way, but of course, not 100% for sure. The second scenario, of course, is the ABC and moving down potentially, or having longer ABC as explained. The scenario of a ending diagonal is also still in play. Of course, as you can see, guys, a very tricky price action, a lot of scenarios that it might unfold. So we have to be careful. Now, if I want to read this as a corrective wave for a wave 2 in an ending diagonal, is it possible? Well, definitely it is. Where you have an A, B, and a C. This might be, of course, your big impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your wave 5 might be very extended wave 5. Very simple. A confirmation of this scenario to be finished or like invalidated is, of course, the 886 taken from this area. You need to surpass it because wave 2 as diagonal can still hit, of course, perfectly this area. Here we go. You are currently in the perfect area for a wave 2, and if this stays on or under it, meaning you still have this bearish scenario on, and we have to be careful. All scenarios are still valid, therefore very tricky price action. We have to be careful always, guys. And in this scenario, you're finishing ABC, by the way, for a major wave A, meaning, of course, longer wave B later on to be unfolding. If we take a look at KGT as well on the 3-minute chart, we can see, of course, a selling signal on the 3-minute chart, but no pressure from previous price action. I think we need a bigger time frame to get a little bit overview what's going on. So we are still, of course, looking for pressure from this high here with the sell signal, or just simple bearish signal in convergence with the price action. As you can see, it is in convergence, and that means, of course, that there are still, of course, pressure, meaning we might not take the high. So be careful with it. No bullish signal yet. On the 5-minute chart, let's take a look as well. So on the 5-minute chart, we can see also lack of. All right, so the last bullish scenario or trend that we got is simply this one, this divergence, right? This with the price action and divergence, we see higher prices. Again, a new divergence. I think here I need to bring a little bit less. Here we go. Here we go. So you have kind of like not really complete divergence, but you got your signals. So for higher prices, but right now, very strong signal as bearish double one, and still looking for a pressure from this one. So we have to be careful. As mentioned in the chart, back to it, we might not reach this top here. This high, and this high meaning, of course, you're still in a zigzag for wave 1 and wave 2, potentially zigzag for wave 3, 4, and a 5. So trade safe, guys. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. Don't forget to follow on X. We have so many updates for today already also updated. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.